I have a special message for my students at the University of Minnesota. And to the Twin Cities community, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming out to show me love 2 nights ago, Thursday for Black History Month. Y'all jam-packed the auditorium, Northrop Auditorium. There was a lot of love, lot of love. I can't thank the students of the University of Minnesota enough for showing up and showing out. Y'all showed me the kind of love that I get at the HBCUs. Y'all showed me the kind of love that I get at the HBCUs, and I didn't know I had that kind of love at the University of Minnesota. So I want to say thank you to all of the University of Minnesota students who came out to show love, and of course, to the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul community who came out to support me as well. I enjoyed the event thoroughly. With that being said, I am disappointed to have to tell the students of the University of Minnesota that your Black Student Union president has not yet remitted his full financial obligation to Dr.Umar Ifatunde for my appearance. He paid the deposit prior to my arrival. I reached out asking for the balance. He has not responded. Maybe he's busy. No problem. He might be busy. It's the weekend. Understandable. But for my students at the University of Minnesota, please get word to the Black Student Union president that Dr. Umar is awaiting payment of the final balance of his appearance. And if I do not get that, plus my airfare, as we contractually agreed to, I may have to do a little bit of expose on some of the unethical things that I think may have transpired building up to my visit at the University of Minnesota. And I'm really not here to expose any young undergraduate brothers. As a former BSU president at a PWI myself, I don't really want to get into that. But my dear brother, if you think you're not going to fulfill your contractual obligations to me financially for the price at which you charge the community to come to that event, if you think you're not going to fulfill your contracted obligation after the amount of money you charged the community to attend that event, I can assure you things will not go that way. If I need to have my attorney contact university administration, that's exactly what will happen. Let's not go there, my brother. Pay what you owe and let's move on. Otherwise, I'm going to do a full expose. And I don't think you want this Black Student Union membership. I don't think you want the African students of the University of Minnesota to know everything about how this process unfolded. So please, good brother, pay your debts. Let's move on, or I will have to expose you to my beautiful brothers and sisters at the University of Minnesota. And I don't want to do that. Now, with that, and to my students at the University of Minnesota, if you have any information on the backstory behind my visit, to my students at the University of Minnesota, if you have any information on the backstory, feel free to text me any information you have on the backstory, because I got a whole lot I can tell that I don't want to tell. I just want what's old and we move on. But if my brother thinks he's going to run a scam on the Prince of Pan-Africanism, I will have to do some exposing. You can reach me at 215-989-9858, 215 text message only, 989-9858, 215-989-9858. Now, make sure you hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Make sure you hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Okay. Information for the Africa trip will be out on February the 14th. Information for the Africa trip will be out on February the 14th. As far as Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed, rest in peace. He just joined the ancestors a few days ago. Rest in peace to him. Condolences, support, and love to his family and friends. I was a big Carl Weathers fan. Predator is one of my favorite movies. Rocky, obviously. You know, he was in Action Jackson. Carl Weathers was definitely a pioneering black actor. Sylvester Stallone, I believe, did him dirty, allegedly. I believe that Sylvester Stallone did Apollo Creed, Carl Weathers, dirty. He was underpaid for Rocky 1, 2, and 3. He was underpaid for Rocky 1, 2, and 3. And when Carl Weathers demanded appropriate compensation for Rocky 4, Sylvester Stallone expediently had him murdered in the movie by way of Ivan Drago, and he was removed from the Rocky enterprise. I'm having a hard time understanding why Carl Weathers was killed off in the Rocky enterprise after he finally got paid a decent wage for his role in that film. So as far as I'm concerned, Sylvester Stallone did Carl Weathers dirty, and for him to do a little video talking about how much Carl Weathers meant to Rocky, to me, that was complete bullish, complete propaganda, complete let me try and save my backside from public disgrace. That's what I think. Allegedly, that's where I stand. Because Apollo Creed was more valuable to Rocky than Sylvester Stallone. He made Rocky 1. He made Rocky 2. He made Rocky 4. Rocky 3, maybe not so much because his role wasn't that major. But he definitely made them. And he was underpaid. If Sylvester Stallone really cares about Carl Weathers the way he claims, pay his family all the back money you owe him. If Sylvester Stallone really claims to care about Carl Weathers the way he claims, pay his family all the back money that you owe him.
Yes. Pan-Africanism. This is Dr. Umar Ifatunde. A special shout out to my South Sudanese Africans. I want y'all to know I stand with y'all. South Sudan all day, every day. Prince of Pan-Africanism. Y'all got the red, black, and green in the flag. I'm feeling it. Let's do it. South Sudan, I can't wait to come see y'all one day. I promise you I'm coming. Peace and Pan-Africanism. South Sudan forever.
Oakland, California. Get your tickets for next Saturday's Black Parent Boot Camp on the 17th. Go to DrUmarJohnson.com. Go to DrUmarJohnson.com. Go to DrUmarJohnson.com. Sacramento, San Fran, Antioch, Richmond, the whole family. I'ma see y'all in Oakland. Okay? So make sure you register, DrUmarJohnson.com. Did y'all see the credit card with Ifatunde face on it? Shout out to my little sister at the U of M with the Dr. Papa credit card. Lord have mercy, that did my heart well. That did my heart well. I got to stay focused. I got to keep fighting. I can't worry about the haters. Melanin drip and the sun is not even out. Melanin drip and the sun is not even out. It's snowing. It's snowing here in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis. Melanin drip, oh yes. University of Western Michigan, I'm going to see you for the Black Male Development Symposium. Kalamazoo, February the 20th. New Orleans, Louisiana, March the 23rd. Florida A&M University, Black Psychology Conference, March the 25th. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. FDMG is coming, baby. Hit that Cash App, $ FDMG School. Hit that PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. King Kong is in the building. Minneapolis, I love you. Jacksonville, Florida, I love you. Savannah, Georgia, I love you. Brunswick, Georgia, I love you. New Black Wall Street, Stonecrest, Georgia. New Black Wall Street, Stonecrest, Georgia, I love you. And to all the beautiful African queens around the diaspora, from Africa to the Caribbean to South America to Central to Canada to Australia to the South Pacific to Europe to Asia, and of course the 50 American African states, you know I love you. Alpha males, let's get refocused this year. This is the year of organization. It's organize or die. It's Pan-Africanism or perish. It's all Africans for every African and every African for all Africans. And for those of y'all who don't know me, who don't like me, if you don't like King Kong, frankly, I don't give a shit. I just want to say that. I just needed to say that. If you don't care for me, frankly, I don't give a uck. I just needed to say that one time. When you unapologetic, you don't care what people got to say. You don't care what people think. You just do what you got to do. So beta males, sit on down. Crusty females who be hating, sit on down. Bunny hoppers, bunnies themselves. Listen now, I'm on a mission from the ancestors. I know why I'm on this planet. I know what my incarnation is all about. I'm living my mission. Why don't you go and live yours? It ain't easy being the Prince of Pan-Africanism. It is not easy being King Kong, but this is what we got to do. Pull-up season, FDMG grand opening. If Africa information is coming on the 14th, I will have the African registration information. If you ain't donated to FDMG, you're not going to Africa. Let me just say that right now. If you haven't donated to FDMG, you're not going to Africa. Not with me. You can go to Africa, but you ain't going with King Kong. I just want to say that. So you better hit your Cash App, $ FDMG School. You better hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. St. Paul, Minneapolis. I'm in the building. King Kong. Had a great week of traveling. Florida, Georgia, Minnesota. I'm in the building. Pull-up season. What are the Ifa Tunde queens going to get me for Valentine's Day? What are all my Ifa Tunde queens going to get me for Valentine's Day? What are all my Ifa Tunde queens going to get me for Valentine's Day? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Stop hating, beta males.